Alright, so you're probably wondering why this looks slightly different. That camera is recording something at the moment, so I can't use it. And this is actually a viewer request to show you guys how to remove hard drives in Powerbooks. So that's what this is. I'm going to hope that this is the right machine because I have no idea which bag I put which machine into. I don't have another drive for this. For those of you that are new here, the hard drive that was in this, the original one failed. And then the one that I put in it failed. They're both up there. In fact, they're these drives. Right there. So unfortunately, that is the case there, and I don't have a replacement because they're SCSI hard drives. So, don't know how expensive or cheap those are. Good luck finding one, though. I've found that they're $100 for an 80 megabyte one on eBay, but I suppose you can get them for cheaper if you know where to look. So let's open this up. Let's see. Yep, that is exactly what's in here. Good. Okay. Now the problem that I have here is probably, or the drive failure was probably caused by the fact that I was using an improper power supply. I'm going to have to find a Torx head screwdriver, because there are 4 Torx screws here, and there's a Torx at the back that you need to remove as well. So I will be right back with that. Alright, I'm back with my Torx screwdriver. The bit that you want is a T10. So, I figure if I'm making a tutorial, and that's what this is, for the first time in a very long time, I'm actually going to be making a tutorial for this. Oh yeah, the other thing that you want to do if you have one, before doing this, is remove the battery. This one doesn't have a battery, but I do have the door. The battery is, well, completely dead. Oh, come on. I can't find my tripod mount. Well, it's kind of supposed to be a waterproof tripod mount anyway. But either way, I can't find it. So we're going to have to do this freehand style, making it probably one of my worst tutorials ever. Or one of the worst tutorials ever. So I know, you don't need to tell me. Alright, flip it upside down, making sure that you don't lose all of the screws. Okay, so we've got all 4 of them out of there, and that's what they look like. And then there's the screw at the back, right here, which I believe is a smaller size. I'm going to have to get another bit. Oh, there's my tripod mount. So I might do the rest of this video with a tripod, but... What's this? Is my 8? T8? It's T9. Will that fit? Yep, that'll fit. So the last bit, I believe, or the last screw is a T9, which is rather interesting. So we pull that out. We can carefully lift the top off. And for that, I'm going to get my tripod. Alright. So there's your tripod mount. So all of you guys that are going to complain about a tripod, well, there you go. Now there's a tripod here. It's not the best mount either, and I expect that it's probably going to fall off in the middle of this video. So now what we can do is we can take this off carefully. The one thing that we want to worry about is the fact that there is a cable right there that we need to remove. Like so. You don't want to rip that cable because that will ruin your day. And there are also tabs at the back here. Don't know if you'll be able to see them or not. Yeah, you can see them. There are 2 tabs right there. Is there a third? No, there's no third. I thought there would have been a third and it would have broken off. Right, so we can get this out of the way right now. This is what we're interested in. We can also see the motherboard right now, maybe. The board's actually in 2 pieces. There's this bottom piece right here with all the ports on it. Then there's the piece right here with the processor, the integrated memory, and all that other part. And then there's actually a RAM card on top of that. And that's what this is. This is just a RAM card. I believe that's a 10, yeah, that's a 10 megabyte RAM card. Kingston KTA PB180, 10 megabytes. Alright, so the drive is actually located in here, this little cage area. In fact, I'm going to remove the cage for you. Are these T9 screws or T10 screws? Well, either way, my T9 bit works. And you want to be careful when doing this, because the threaded standoffs in these machines tend to break off. Don't be alarmed if you've got one that does. I'm missing a couple of screws here. I don't know why that is, but I believe there is one in the corner here. That is broken off. Yes. So there's one broken off standoff in this entire machine. That's the only one in this one. So this one's in excellent condition. Yours, if you have one, might be worse than this. What happens is the ABS plastic that this is built off of shrinks over time. So, yeah, that causes little micro fissures to form on the sides of these stand-ups. You can probably see my face right now, but I don't see any fissures on that one. Same thing is true for these taller ones as well. So once you install your drive, which will plug into this ribbon cable right here, which is a SCSI cable, so you're looking for a SCSI hard drive, you can put the drive cage back in, same way that you pulled it out. It might want to be a pain in the butt, but that's okay. We can let it be a pain in the butt because we're going to put it back in here anyways. Put the screw in the hole right there. Now we're just getting dirty here. Alright. So I'm going to screw that in just a little bit right now. Not all the way, so I can still move it around if I wanted to. And I'm actually going to put a screw in the top like there wasn't before. What happened? For incidents like this, we need a pair of tweezers. Dropped a screw inside the machine. And of course, they're not where I put them. Yeah, because that makes total sense. Yep, every single time. The time that I need them, I actually can't find them. Oh boy. Okay, so this is going to make things a little bit more... Oh, there it is. It's underneath the battery. Alright. Don't fall underneath the motherboard. Oh, you could just fall underneath that thing. Here we go. Got it. Okay. I'm going to find my screwdriver wherever I put it. And we're going to screw that back in. Hopefully you can see this. But you won't be able to see my screwing it back in, unfortunately, because it's behind a wall. But okay. Don't want to over-tighten them because that will hasten the breaking of the standoffs. So we're just going to loosely put it in there. I'm not going to tighten it down or anything, because it's not going anywhere as it is right now. So now comes the fun part, putting this thing back together because of that ribbon cable right there. If you don't plug the ribbon cable in, the machine will power on, but it will not work. Okay, that's not broken. Alright. Okay. And the other thing to check here while you're in here are the standoffs around here. These ones look to be in okay condition. They're not the best, but they're still hanging in there. Alright, the most difficult part is always putting this ribbon cable back in. Put it on like this. Hopefully you can see this. Yeah, you can probably see it. It's probably going to be like off-center though by the time I edit it. Put it on like that. If it wants to behave, this should work just fine. Sometimes these things can be a little on the finicky side. Alright, let's just plug in the ribbon. By the way, if you were a professional, you would be using an ESD mat. But guess what? I'm not a professional, so you can't complain! Alright, I think I got it. No, not quite. I have to lift it up again. Don't unplug, please. Don't unplug the ribbon. Probably gonna just unplug the ribbon. Oh, there we go. I got it. Is the ribbon unplugged yet? No, the ribbon is still plugged in. Alright. Now you can put the back screws in. And hopefully your machine will work. Usually I won't put the screws in, but it usually helps with a machine like this to put the screws back in because it doesn't really hold together well. It doesn't have any screws in it. Those are T10. I'll do the back screw first, which is a smaller size. And we'll take our T10 bit and close it up. Again, don't tighten these down too far. You might break the standoffs that are in the machine, so. If your standoffs aren't already broken. If they're already broken, then who cares, really? But you don't want to break any more of them, because machines without broken standoffs everywhere are getting harder and harder to find, because this plastic shrinks. So they will break, even on a machine like this. So let's see what kind of condition this is in. Well, the display is still okay. It might be separating towards the bottom. That's what happens with these displays sometimes. Or maybe that's just a shadow. I don't know. Either way, you can then put your battery back in. And this process should be pretty much complete. Alright, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Sorry I'm not going to have a test because I don't have a hard drive, but you know what? You know the drill. This is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then.